Well, good morning. It is entirely too early. It is about 6:30 in the morning. We are on our way up to OK Four-Wheel Drive. Today is the day for the camper install. We are about 2.5 hours out. I'll keep you guys updated as we get closer, but I just stopped. I got my Royal Farms. It's down there in the glove box. I got my Red Bull. I've got my orange juice. I'm ready to rock and roll for a road trip. It's gonna be a good one. All right, I'm about 5 minutes out from OK Four-Wheel Drive, and I know the inevitable question that I'm gonna get is, what is the gas mileage difference with the camper on? So, I just right now hit 15 miles a gallon. See it right there at the top left. 15 miles a gallon without the camper. And that was scooting and boogieing pretty good up the highway. But we will see what happens when we put the camper on and we drive home. We have made it to OK Four-Wheel Drive. We have got a ton of work to do. It is unfortunately raining, so I've got to work real quick on this truck, but let's go ahead and head inside and see what we're working on. We're building 2 trucks while we're here today. Jason's in here working on his. They got the sleeper off of his yesterday. Now he's working on his fit kit and his solar panels and everything here. He's getting the 4 sleeper as well, so that's going to look real sweet on the top of both of these trucks.
Well, we're getting somewhere.
Alrighty, we are making a mess back here. We got the truck pulled in. We are working on getting all the accessory stuff off of the truck, so I had to remove the bulkhead that I had built, which is probably going to stay off permanently. We're pulling the bed rails off so that we can reseal them. Jason's working on that, and then I'm gonna have to work on pulling these lights off on the bed because the mounting brackets are gonna go right in here. And then after that, the tailgate comes off, and then we should be ready to install all of the filler pieces.
What we'll do is we'll put Sika down on these edges before these slots. And then around. So what you want to do is you want to try to create a barrier for water, to avoid water intrusion. Once it gets in this slot, I think the Rams are a little different. So this slot just goes down into the fender. That's probably why you don't get a lot of water in here. But if water does, or was able to get back in here and gets to this slot, you may have some water intrusion in there. So what we're going to do is completely eliminate that opportunity and probably just run, I'm thinking, by looking at this, running a bead of Sika basically between these, right? All the way down. And then we'll put the bed caps on, and then you'll put butyl on top of that to seal the camper to the bed caps.
All right, so now we got the bed rails off and cleaned. Before we continue to put the Sika Flex down, Ren is over here putting the back brackets on for the camper, and then we're gonna put so we needed to get into these, what are these called again?
Stake pockets.
Stake pockets. We had to get into the stake pockets to bolt the brackets down. So we got these back ones, or the front ones up there, and the back ones are gonna go right in there.
All right.
You want a second hand? You good?
I got it.
I'm just joking. Psych.
Except the Sika Flex that's there, I gotta be careful.
Yeah, I almost put my face in it earlier.
He was like here. I was like, don't do it. No.
Send it.
Ooga booga.
There we go.
So you gotta take this out.
That bolt down there has got to come out.
Yep, look to, got a little socket set back here. It looks like it's probably a 1/2 inch or 9/16.
All right, Fitz and I got the back fit kit plate in. I am really happy with the way this is looking. We'll tighten everything up once we get the actual box on top of it, but this is going to be a nice big opening to walk through. The finish on this is real nice too. Nice clean gap along the bottom. And the beautiful part, I didn't even have to take my base plate out. Jason's backing his truck in to the warehouse now. We're gonna get his 4 sleeper top placed on top of the truck, and then we will start working on getting my truck wrapped up.
Woo! Can't wait to hit some bugs.
Yep, like
Looks like it's staying pretty even.
yeah, I think it's pretty happy now. Word.
All right, so now we got the back fit kit plate in. I am really happy with the way this is looking. We'll tighten everything up once we get the actual box on top of it, but this is going to be a nice big opening to walk through. Okay.
Oh, you want to drive the forklift out?
Yeah, if you want to back up. Got it?
I still have it, yeah.
All right. All right, Jason's is on. He's pulling it out. And it'll be time to pull my truck into the same spot, and we do it all over again. So Jason, what are we doing here?
We are putting butyl. This is called dinosaur poop.
Is that the technical term for it?
Yeah, this is what they put on windows to seal windshields in your vehicle. And Fitz is way ahead of me here, so I'm gonna have. I figured
It's just sitting.
Okay.
It's just sitting.
But generally, we're keeping it about 3/4 of an inch off the inner edge. I'd probably do the same thing right here, maybe a 1/2 inch off that edge. We've already put Sika underneath of this, so to hopefully kind of create a barrier, water barrier, so he doesn't get water in. But you don't want to, in my personal opinion, having removed and installed several of these now, like butyl works good because if you ever want to take it off at some point, you can remove it. If you Sika flex it down, it's just going to be a freaking nightmare. So, and this does a really good job of keeping it there. We got the. Well, we can whack it out of the way.
All right, Fritz, I'm dropping it.
Maybe light.
Wow. We can just pick the rear. So we got the base loosely fitted up. Man, this is exciting. Being able to see what it's going to start to look like is so very, very, very exciting. This has got me geeking out over here. Ren's got the 4-sleeper over there. We're gonna get it all rigged up inside like we did with Jason's, and then we're gonna bolt everything together. Look how much space there is in there. Good God.
Like that's honestly enough, just like that.
I'll drive it all the way down.
Yeah. If you get too much, it's just gonna make a hell of a mess.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, once you get the hang of it, you'll just keep a steady pressure on the trigger, and then just keep moving.
Do I need more than that, you think? Yeah, bigger than that.
No, this is perfect.
Okay.
This is perfect. But just get it at the right flow, and then you should be able to just go.
Just all the way down? All right, cool.
Yeah, that's good. Now what you'll want to do is go ahead and come down to here and just goop that up and fill that up.
Okay.
And then just go ahead and start a bead to here.
Okay.
But my thing is to touch the
After you
wire,
goop that up.
to do wiring in,
Okay.
ready to do it.
Like that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't have the roof for it, so
There we go, like that.
you pound on the power from nothing here does. And my battery's all the way on this stuff.
Next thing I think we're gonna do Sika on this as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Rin put a bead of Sika, pretty much the same thing, like just inside of these bolt holes, all the way down.
All right, so we're gonna do this side now.
Yep.
So we're not 100% bolted up yet. But this is what we're looking at. This thing is sweet. Look how much more clearance I have here than I did in the Snap. It's wild. So the hard part is lining all of those brackets up and then sliding the bolts in. But once we got that, it slid right into place. Now we're pretty much ready to start bolting everything up. I mean, would you just look at it? Look at it. Look how awesome that thing looks. You got one of the filler panels on, so this is pretty much what it'll look like. So Jason has his open inside now.
It's huge. Go look at it from the front. It looks so much bigger from the front.
Good God.
When you look at the headlights,
Oh my God.
For a mid-sized truck.
The fact that there's something like this available for a mid-sized truck is pretty impressive.
That is absolutely wild, man. to have like a faster midline.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah.
So you go do a rack.
You got lots of space, man.
And actually,
That's insane.
all right, we're back morning of day 2 here at OK Four-Wheel Drive. Let me show you what we got done yesterday. So we pretty much got most of the ModCap installed yesterday. We're wrapping up a few things this morning. We're putting the supports on up here for the overhang. So all that stuff is in now. All the stuff inside is good to go. Now we're getting ready to put this door surround on here. Up here in the daylight. Like, this is just ridiculous. This is just absolutely ridiculous. I did lay down up here last night and I fit fully from this side to that side. So theoretically we could all be sleeping, you know, kind of stacked like that. That window is big enough to get through and it goes right out to the roof of the truck. So right now Fitz and I are working on getting the door installed. So we have to go through this door surround and put some rivets in, and then we'll seal everything up on the back side of this. And then this is the door over here. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing on the back side of this, but the door is the next step to go on, and then once the door is on, it's pretty much done. Other than the fact that we've got to put an awning on, and I've got to do all the electrical, but I'll probably do all the electrical back at home, and then I think we're gonna try to go camping tonight.
As a guide, does look like it hold me in place.
So I put the top back down just to close everything up. So one of the new features on the production models is this little chase here. So up in there, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but there is a connection for your solar. So it's pre-wired for solar. And then there's places for you to put your zip ties for your wires up top. And then this is also where the pressure port is, right back there. But we've got our door back on. Fitz and I got the door on. We've got the door surround in, started sealing all the gaps around the bottom, around here. So we're pretty much good to go in that aspect. So the next step on the interior here is we got to get all this wiring done. There's harnesses and all that, but I will do all that at home because, like I said, the next step is to work on the awning. Finally finished everything we're going to finish today, minus probably the wiring harness. So today we got these supports put on, we got the rest of the ModCap installed, we got the door put on. This is the molly panel that's going to go along the back wall. That's the power board that goes here. All of that stuff's going to wait. I'm going to put like a sound deadening material to kind of insulate behind the molly panel, so I'm not going to put that up yet. And then I'm going to do all the wiring back home where I've got all my tools. I'm waiting for the loom still. But yeah, other than that, the install is done for most of my hardware. So it's a little windy out, so I'm going to pull the awning down. I just wanted to see what it looked like with everything out. But I am extremely happy with the way that this is turning out. Everything lines up so nicely. Like, everything just, all the lines just look so nice. There's so much space. And the fact that I can basically just bolt more gear up to it and go, it makes me super excited. At this point, we just got to finish wrapping everything up and then we're going camping tonight.
There's another entrance on the left. If you swing to the left right there, you can see the fire pit. Basically, if you just pull towards the city on the right, kind of angled that way, you're good.
I'm almost home, so I want to give you guys an update on the gas mileage with the ModCap installed. So let's take a look. 12.6. 12.6 miles a gallon. So we went from 15 miles a gallon to 12.6 with the ModCap.